everyone. We're gonna get started. Here with Casey's statement on tonight's game, and then we'll take some questions.
Yeah, obviously utterly disappointed right now, but immensely proud. So mixed emotions, obviously, because I think for us to do what we've done this season, I said to the players, like, I'm so proud of them, and we were so close tonight. You know, scored 2 absolute worldy goals on the edge of the box, so we need to look at that in terms of second phase set pieces. But you know, we've had chances as well. I think their goalkeepers played exceptionally well. So yeah, it's I'm just gutted for the players because I thought they deserved more out of tonight. We didn't get an awful lot of decisions either on the night either. So I think that was tough. But my overriding emotion is huge pride in the team, the players, the club, and what we've been able to do in a short space of time. Now we need to use this feeling to fuel us to get better.
Question. You're here with your kids, just such an emotional day. Can you just tell me how it's been to coach this team over the season and what it's like to just end such a...
Yeah, I think, like I said, like they are a privilege. My players are a privilege to work with every single day. What they stand for, what they fight for, you know, who they are as people, who they are as characters, the way they work so hard every day, and what they've been able to do to grow and improve. You know, is not many teams that can do what we do, and to go in front and obviously unfortunately lose in the dying minutes is absolutely devastating and gutting. So yeah, but you know, my family are here, which is a bonus, but at the same time, you know, you're going back soon, aren't you? But yeah, so it's been a real challenge this year for me personally. But having said that, I think what makes it easier is I work with incredible women every single day. Jed.
It seemed like when Taylor scored in the first 10 minutes that the game was going to follow similar narrative last time that you guys were here. What did the Thorns do differently this time than the last 10 years?
Well, obviously they played a slightly different personnel. You know, I thought they got Weaver in the game a lot more this time than previous game. And obviously they pulled rotated wide in midfield. But once we solved that, we're okay. I think the big difference was as well, we've played 120 minutes and travelled. So I'm not making excuses at all. I still thought we looked really bright at the start, and then you could see at the end we were starting to fatigue. I'll look at what I could have done differently in terms of changes in formation or players, but yeah, it was. Yeah, I can't complain at all or moan at all today because I thought my team did very well.
And being, you know, the first range team to make the playoff in the first range team and one up playing team, did that hold any significance to you, or is it with the goal, of course?
I think it always has to hold significance when you do something as a team that no one's ever done before, because you know, I believe records are there to be broken, history's there to be made, and we've made history. But yeah, obviously right now the overriding emotion is disappointment because we set out to get to a final, and unfortunately we just fell short in the dying moments. Thank you.
Tom.
Coach, congratulations on a great year. I was curious what you thought of the difference in the second half and the first, aside from maybe energy. Understandably, you guys might have been tired. And related, I thought Alex took some hard hits in that game that may not have been called.
I think she took a lot of hits. She didn't get a lot of protection. It felt like there was one team out there today, and it was the home team. So yeah, that was disappointing because I think, like I said last week in my post-match press conference, player safety has to be the key performance indicator for the officials, and I thought they lacked that tonight. But hey, it wasn't that lost us the game. Yeah, I thought, you know, we came out and we still created reasonable chances in the second half, but yeah, we looked to fatigue, to be honest. And you know, I need to look at maybe what I could have done differently in the second half to get us a result.
I'm probably wrong, but it looked like maybe you guys surprised him with Alex being more of a facilitator early in that game for the goal, and she's such a great scorer. It looked like she created space for her teammates.
Yeah, I think Alex is bright, isn't she? We knew that they'd leave space in front, so you know, the ability to come off the back line and create, and we also knew certain centre back might leave space behind, so we tried to exploit both those areas. And Alex is a world-class player, and I think she showed that again tonight.
Thank you.
Jackie.
Thank you. Hey, Casey. I know wish we were probably speaking on different terms here, but just as you mentioned, there's still so much to be proud of, you and the team. So congratulations on just the progress that you guys had. I just want to talk about too, just like when you think about this season, what were maybe just some of the lessons or just milestones that you really just took away and learned from your players as well?
I learned that these players in this dressing room are unbelievable competitors. They never give up. They fight for everything, and they're in there absolutely devastated right now. And I learned that, you know, again, I thought we turned the ball over too many times tonight in key areas, which, you know, maybe that's something we really need to look on, is like when we win it, how do we keep it, rather than making the game as transitional as it needed to be, especially when we played 120 minutes the week before. So yeah, that's something that I'll look to improve ahead of next year.
And just a quick final question for me, in terms of just like maybe the fans or supporters back home, what would just be your message or just the final words that you would want to leave with them?
Just a massive thank you. Our fans have made such a difference to us this year, this season. They've got behind us in every single game. Like I said before the game, we know they're there. We hear them, we see them, we feel their support every single week. Stay with us. This is just the start.
Meg,
Hey, Casey, about tonight's game, Naomi Girma against Sophia Smith was just, I think, a really, really fascinating battle. And I was hoping that you could talk about Naomi's side of that and what you saw out of her tonight.
Yeah, that's always a fascinating battle. That's, for me, that's two world-class players right there, young players with a very high ceiling going, you know, toe to toe. And I thought Naomi again was outstanding, the way she reads the game, the way she covers ground, the composure. I thought it's a joy to watch those type of, as a, you know, I can imagine as a neutral, it's a real good battle to watch. And I thought Naomi was exceptional again tonight, against, you know, I've not watched many forwards live that are as good as Sophia Smith in terms of pace, power, ability to go off both feet. And Naomi again had a fantastic performance against her.
Thanks, Casey, and we'll see you next year. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Dan,
Thanks. Hi, Casey. Just wondering, going back to the start of the season and when you took the job, maybe a little fresh right now, but looking back at year one, did you pretty much set the standard that you wanted in terms of what the Wave are going to be all about, you know, final result aside tonight?
I think we've put a marker down. Are we where I'd want us to be? No, because I'd like us to be in the final and be able to get more results to be able to do that. So, but yeah, I think this team has grown from week to week, strength to strength, and it's, you know, how we can consistently, maybe when we're not playing well, still get results. And I think we struggle with that like mid season. So we'll look at like how can we be really hard to beat when we're not necessarily on our game, and then when we are on our game, you know, finishing our chances and being clinical in that final third is something that we'll look at. But you know, I have to say, you know, so much pride right now for this group of players and what they've been able to achieve.
Thank you.
Thanks.
last question, Dan,
I just went. You can go to somebody else.
sorry, Theo.
Hi, Casey. Unlucky tonight. Just curious, kind of, you know, the Thorns brought on so much talent off the bench. And again, you know, you talk about fatigue, second half, their quality really shone through with the changes they were able to make. What was it like kind of having to deal with that? And I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, how difficult is it to play a team when they have that much quality coming in late? Crystal done, obviously, but, you know, Becky made a difference stretching the play as well.
Yeah, well, listen, they're top international players, aren't they? And, you know, maybe I should have looked at my bench a little bit more, but I felt we'd made changes that we needed to make and we're still creating. And had we got to extra time, I would have changed it again. You know, unfortunately, we just didn't get there. We didn't have the time to get there because they scored. But yeah, I think it's a lesson for me in terms of do I change it earlier when we've played 120 minutes the week before and go for it, you know, a little bit earlier in the game. That's something I'll analyze and look at. But yeah, listen, they're a good side. They've been in existence since the league started. They've built their roster over the last 10 years. They are the established team in this league, and the team to beat. So yeah, I think the fact that we've been able to go toe to toe, and it's only 2 worldie goals that beat us, is something to be immensely proud of. But right now, like I said, it's hard to feel that when you've lost.
Thanks so much for putting on a show, and enjoy the break. Hopefully you get some more time on October half term. All the best.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Casey, and we'll be back shortly.
Let's get out of here. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're here with Taylor Korniak. She's gonna give her quick thoughts on tonight's match, then we'll take a couple questions. Thank you, Taylor.
Whenever I'm ready.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that was pretty unfortunate. I thought we played really well. We came out strong. Got a goal in the beginning, and yeah, they scored 2 worldies. It's like, what are you gonna do? They're a great team, and yeah, I wish them all the best. But I'm really proud of our team, and I'm proud of how we fought even the entire season. I mean, we got this far as an expansion team. That says a lot about us. So.
Do we have any questions? Joey, go ahead.
If you could just take us through your goal, it seems like you've had a lot of success against the Thorns coming into this goal.
Yeah, I kind of had a similar goal the last time we played them at home. I mean, I just felt like they left me free. I mean, that's all I have to say on that. I think Alex, she served in a great ball, and me and her just have a really good connection. So shout out to Alex, shout out to the team. I couldn't have done it without everybody. So.
Really historic season. What do you think you can remember most looking back on this?
I think honestly, just our locker room, everybody's gelling together. I think it says a lot when you bring a whole team together. It's our first year ever, and they're like my best friends already, and we love each other, and it's something so special, and I'll never forget it.
Meg.
Hey Taylor, just in terms of, I guess, that sort of overall perspective, I mean, when you think back to the start of the season and then knowing, okay, you make it to the semifinals and fall short in stoppage time of the game, just what do you think the momentum from especially the tail end of this year is going to mean for 2023 for the team?
I mean, I think we're just getting started. With all my heart, I wish we could have went to that final, but like I said before, I think it shows a lot about us. It shows a lot about Casey. It shows a lot about the staff and how everybody just came together and made this such a successful winning team. And I just couldn't be more proud of everybody on this team. And I can't wait for February when we get back out there, because we have something so special here, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it.
Yeah, it will be here before we know it. But thank you, and congrats on the season.
Thank you so much.
Alicia.
Thank you. Hi, Taylor. I wanted to ask about the season for you. It seemed like it was a big step up for you in terms of being a pro. You got on the national team. You got some individual honors. I know it's a hard time to reflect on the season that was for you, but what do you take away from this year on an individual level?
I mean, it's my 3rd year in the league, and I think this year in particular, just being coached by Casey, I think she has done incredible things for me. I really didn't think I had it in me. If you would ask me a year ago, I went through a hard time, but coming here, playing for this team, playing for this coach, playing for all these girls, and how much support they have for me and through the whole team, it's kind of hard not to have a bad year here. So I just can't thank my team enough. I can't thank Casey enough for everything she's done for me and how much work she's put in on and off the field with me. And yeah, I just think I've been working a lot on my mental health, and I think that's a big part of how I got to be here right now. So I'm just going to keep moving forward, keep pushing, and we're really excited for next season.
Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
2 balls and a mic.
Hi, I mean, obviously not the way you want to end the season, but how does it feel to know that you're part of a team that has cultivated the soccer culture here in San Diego and just the immense support that the team has had from the city? How do you feel about that? And honestly, just your thoughts, your message for the fans back home.
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak for myself and the whole team. We can't thank the fans enough. They've been absolutely incredible all season long, even from Torero to Snapdragon, just all them coming together. I mean, they put a lot of faith in us in the beginning of the season, and I hope we made them proud. they definitely made us proud. So we can't thank them enough. And they're our 12th player on the field. So we love them. We hear them. And yeah, I just can't thank them enough.
Thank you.
Last question, Jackie.
Thanks. Hey, Taylor. Appreciate you taking some time. Kind of going off the previous question of just thinking about, in the city of San Diego, obviously you've gotten to like make those connections with, going to Padres games and the support from the loyal as well. Just what has it been like for you to make that direct impact on the city and of course, just with some of the fans as well?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing in San Diego, so it's so incredibly awesome for me to be back home, kind of. But yeah, the support from the Padres, the support from the loyal, we're just a tight-knit city, and being a part of that means everything. Honestly, I'm so fortunate to be on the first team ever for San Diego Wave, and I'm just super proud of everything we accomplished. We said at the beginning of the playoffs, it was like we already beat the odds of everything we were supposed to do, and to make it to the semis, it's just absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm just super proud of my team. I can't say it enough. They are awesome.
Yeah, and just a quick final question. Are you talking about just Casey's impact as a leader and just what she's done for you as well as a player? Just with this first, season and this great run, like what are you, I guess, looking forward to as far as just getting back out in the preseason training back in February?
Yeah, I think Casey's a really special coach. I think she takes time with each individual player and allows each of us to make a mistake and not be punished for it. She created a safe environment here, and that just helped us get to where we got. So I think she's incredible. The team is so fortunate to have a coach like her. And yeah, I can assure you we are all really ready for February, and we're going to come out even stronger than we came out this year.
Definitely. Well, thanks again, and congrats again on the season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. And we'll be back in a few minutes with Naomi.
Thank you.
I guess.
What? Oh, yeah. Here?
Thank you for doing some. Hey guys, we're back with Naomi Gurma. She's going to give her quick thoughts on tonight's match, and we'll take a couple questions. Naomi, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, obviously very competitive match tonight. We knew Portland would be a hard battle, and it came right down to the end. So disappointed with the result, but I think happy with the way we fought and the way the season has gone.
I mean, coming this close, of course, there's a lot of disappointment, but knowing you're the first expansion team to make the playoffs and the first one to get a playoff win, does that carry significance at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fuel for us to go into this off season and next season, just knowing we could do it in our first year and we could do it again. But yeah, obviously it's exciting as an expansion team to get here, but I think we've kind of had this as a goal throughout the whole season, and kind of didn't think of ourselves as just an expansion team. Just thought, like we can compete and we can get as far as we're willing to go. So yeah, I think getting this far shows that.
Congrats on just such a great season, and even individually nominated for Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Defender of the Year. What do you think you're gonna take away from this first season?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to learn, and yeah, I think getting nominated for awards is exciting, but ultimately we want to win games like these and make it to finals and win championships. So I think there's a lot for us to learn as a group, and for me individually from my rookie year. And I think the sky's the limit for this group. So just really excited for next year.
Meg.
Anyway, just, Sophia Smith is obviously a player that you know well and have played in many respects with, but what is a battle like that like for you in terms of, obviously the stakes are much higher on this one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know Soph well. We've been friends for a long time, so it's always fun to play against her. She's a great player, and I think she just molds with the Thorns team so well. And I mean, I think we came into it knowing that we've won here before, and just wanted to play our game and just play free, play brave. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, and we're looking forward to the next season.
Thank you.
Chris.
Hi, Naomi. Congratulations. I'm sure this must be very disappointing for you, but starting as the top pick and then being on the national team, and everything you've contributed this year has really been amazing. What do you think has been responsible for all of your success this season?
I mean, I think we've just had such a good group at San Diego, and Casey and a lot of the older players in the group just kind of took the rookies under their wing and really made us feel at home, made us feel welcome, and just made us feel like didn't matter if you're a rookie or whatever, however many years you played in the league, you can make an impact on this group and on the league. So I think that really helped me just kind of get my foot in the door and have a good season.
Okay, congratulations for a good season.
Alicia.
Thank you. Hi, Naomi. Casey mentioned that when watching that battle between you and Sophia tonight, she thought it was fun, you know, as a former defender, seeing you kind of go toe to toe against Sophia. What have you learned from Casey this season in particular, because she used to be a defender as well? I imagine that there may have been a little bit of extra tutelage along the way. So what was it like having her as a coach this season and working on the finer points of being a center back?
I think it's been huge for me in my development. Just having her with, you know, she's played at the highest level in World Cups as a center back. And so she knows all the little tips and tricks that can get you to the next level and help me make my game even better. So I think just having her, you know, pull defenders aside after sessions just to work on little things in the box or winning headers or whatever it is. Yeah, I think just her leadership and her guidance has been huge for me, and I think will help me going into my next year.
Awesome. Congrats on a great season.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We're hitting the road, but thank you all so much for jumping on, for supporting us this season. And thank you, Naomi.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, guys.